Hello, everyone. I am Faith Godbold from A Touch of Faith. Thank you for watching the replay. Come on in. I am super excited to be back with you today as we create a custom navy blue magnolia flower wreath. So as you're coming in, make sure you say something so I know you're here, whether you're watching right now live or later on the replay. And I always look forward to seeing how far our broadcast is reaching. So if you don't mind, would you leave your city and state in the comments? And if you have not watched one of our videos live before or replay, go ahead and comment the word new. And after this is over, I'm going to go back through the comments and personally invite you to become a part of our faith family. And how can you stay connected? Well, if you're on Facebook, go ahead, make sure two things are done. You want to tap the follow button. Make sure you are liking and following the page. You can even tap the video right now. Tap those dots. Go ahead and choose turn on live notifications. That way you know whenever I go live every Tuesday and Saturday at 5:30. And then also YouTubers, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. You can give this video a like and tell someone about us. I love hearing that you all are sharing our page out, sharing our videos out, and that is what it's all about. So y'all come on in. I see Eliana. I hope I'm saying that correct. Hello, how are you? From YouTube, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We are going to create a beautiful flower today. This was actually a custom order that came in a while ago, and it was fulfilled over the weekend at the festival. So I thought, let's go ahead and make it today. I have my board all not quite ready, but I have my board. So this is going to be our base today. And we're going to paint this just a little so that it blends in with the board. So let me grab, let me grab one of my cards real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. I have my paint right here to match. So welcome to everyone. You can see I've already started putting some of the zip ties on my board, but I haven't done all of them. So just a few are already here. So we're going to go ahead and let's finish this row. And then I'm going to paint a little bit real quick. And actually, I'm going to need the outside row as well. So let's just do this row since I had already started. I think this was a board maybe from before, and I changed the layout, and so I didn't take these out, because once you have them in, there's no need to take them out. Hello, VedX. I hope I'm saying your name correct. Thank you so much. So happy to have all of y'all here. Y'all, we are still just amazed from the wonderful weekend we had at the Sherross Spring Festival. I've shared lots of pictures and some video from that weekend. We had such an awesome time, and I am so thankful to each and every one of you who helped make it a success, because it wasn't my doing by myself or my family's, but it was you all being there every step of the way. So I appreciate you. All right, so let me get some paper. I keep my little Amazon wrappings on purpose for things like this. You can also use plates, what have you. And I'm just going to add a little bit of paint. You can see I already have my hanger. So I'm going to add a little bit of paint. And we're going to paint our board just a little, because I want the board to blend in case any of it shows with our mesh. So I'm going to hold it up, and I'm literally just going to sweep it across. We don't have to do the whole board. I'm just going to do this outside row here. And it sounds like Mr. A Touch of Faith just got here. So he's home. You could paint the entire board, like when I'm doing roses. I do paint the whole board. And Donzel, we still have that on the list, so please don't think I've forgotten. We will still do one. Hey, Aunt Flo, how are you? Hey, Mom. Y'all made it. My mom and my aunt were both at the festival with me on Saturday. and Sunday. We had such a great time, didn't we? And lots of people were there. I had the privilege of seeing even some of my high school friends, like classmates. So that was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, Sister Julia, she was there. Thanks, Sister Julia. You shot with us both days. And that's what I love about my VIP. Y'all do not play. We had such an amazing time. It was a wonderful weekend all the way around. I went to the radio station Sunday with my dad. That video is on Facebook. I haven't put it on YouTube yet, so I need to put it on YouTube. All right, y'all, I'm going all the way around here. I'm going to sweep carefully near the hanger. This isn't going to show, but I'm just, painting carefully around it. Just like so. And I use a larger brush so it won't take me so long to do this step. There we go. All right, so there we have it. Just a little bit of paint there. All right, so let's dry that, and then we might add just a little bit more. And let me get my heat gun right here. I may plug it up on the other side so I don't have to undo my glue gun because we're going to need that. So let's see if we can move it around. So how are y'all doing today? Hope you've had an amazing day so far. All right, let's see if this will reach. I don't know if it will. It might not. Let me try it and see though. All right, it's reaching, so I'm going to have to stand up and hold it right here. That way I don't have to unplug my glue. All right, so we're going to dry this just a little bit. And then I'm going to add a little bit more right here. So we're going to sweep across. Let this air dry some. With this heat gun, that's going to help seal it in. Just like so. What do y'all think about the color? And this customer, she actually requested all blue for the entire wreath. So even her leaves today are going to be blue. All right, so let me show you what we have. Just add a little bit of blue going around. All right, let's put a little bit more just to kind of even it off. And y'all, this is not even going to show. This is just going to be behind the leaves here. So we're literally just giving it like a little base coat. Just like so. And this board is nice and warm now from the paint. I think I need to dry it just a little bit more. I'm smoothing it on though. I like the color. Making sure it's dry before I do that. I'm just kind of dapping it on. I bet y'all didn't know that I paint too, huh? I'm not an artist though. I wish I could draw and paint like that, but I can fill in some like outlines. Remember the paint by lines? Who remembers those? Where you just follow the directions to paint. All right, and I'm going to sweep that little edge right there. So I'm dabbing it on just so it stays, because when I was going back and forth, it seemed like it wanted to come off. But this is nothing I have to remove, but I just want to wipe the edge here. Let me get a paper towel. Okay. Doesn't hurt to keep my cleaning supplies in here, just in case. There we go. I didn't want any on the edge there because I'm not painting the edge. I think this is going to be my first time making all navy blue. I know we've done all white. We've done all black. So I love when we get to make flowers out of different colors. So we'll have to add this one to the website as well, because currently we have all sorts of colors for you to choose from. But yeah, so we had an amazing time. Met lots of new folks who became a part of our family. And of course, you don't have Spring Festival and not have good food. So we had some good food Saturday. Trying to think, I had fish and shrimp. It was delicious. Actually, we tried two different fish vendors. And Sunday, we ate from one of the local restaurants. My aunt wanted more like, what did you call it, Aunt Flo? Like hot food? Is that what you said? Real food? I can't remember what she called it. But it made me think about Sunday dinner because that's typically, what we would eat on a Sunday. So we had traditional, like good country food on Sunday. All right, so I've made it all the way around. So I'm just patting it again in those same areas. And then I'm avoiding the hanger on purpose. So I'm just patting around that area. Just like so. And I'm going to go back to here before I started patting. And just pat over that. This paint, y'all, it goes a long way. I don't know if y'all can see that. And there's a lot still on the brush, so that's why I really try not to put out extra because I don't want to be wasteful. All right, so we'll rinse that in just a second. Yeah, real food, that's what you said, exactly. So yeah, it was good. All right, here's my last little area. And once we're done, you're going to see how it all comes together, but you're not even going to see that at all. All right, so now let's dry it again. And let's see how far I can reach. Let me slide it over. There we go. So we're going to dry this. Going around and around, heating it up. I think I have some leftovers today. And that's probably going to be my dinner because I try not to have to think about dinner, what I'm going to eat or what we're going to eat on Tuesdays. So yeah, I think leftovers it is. Mr. Touch of Faith has leftovers as well. Are y'all cooking today? What are y'all eating for dinner? I want to go a little bit closer to this opening right here. There we go, just to blend that in more. And right there. All right. Last round. All right, you can also spray paint these. So there we go, y'all. There's the base. Just putting a little bit of that blue on there. All right, that's pretty good. Let me rinse my brush. And then I'm going to toss this part of the paper that we used. Just going to cut this little part off. That way we can use the rest for another project. Isn't that neat? All right, y'all. So let me rinse this off. I'll be right back. Y'all keep chatting, okay? All right, we are done. So what do y'all think so far? All right, so I'm just going to dry my hands. And then while that's finishing, it's dry, but we're going to let it set just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and prep our leaves. Then we'll get our zip ties added. So I have all my mesh already cut to make our leaves. And we're going to make some gorgeous leaves for our wreath. And let me do this while we're here. If you are interested in the link to order a wreath like this, maybe you need this color or you want a different color. If you are on Facebook, you can comment the word flower. And then, of course, my YouTube people, I'm going to add the direct link right now so that you have it. But comment and let me know, what color would you want your leaves and your flower petals in? What color? I shared a pink magnolia flower on my page yesterday. And they look beautiful in all colors. So you can custom order, just like my customer did here. And as long as they make the mesh in that color, y'all, we can make your flower in that color. All right, so there you have it. There is your link. And I have tutorials on my YouTube channel showing in depth how to make all of these petals and the leaves. I also teach this in the Creative Circle. So if you want those tutorials for the Creative Circle, just comment the word create. That's my private membership group where we teach all the things. Pretty much everything you see me make is in that private group. All right, y'all, so I'm being careful when I glue this because of the holes. I don't know if y'all can see. And I don't want the glue to land on my hands, even though I can feel it a little bit, but it's not to the point where it's hot and burning. All right, so let's glue everything first and then we'll make the petals. Does that sound okay? So y'all, we have spring break starting Friday. I am so excited. I'm already thinking about all the things that I want to do. Of course, I'm going to put rest on the list. Relaxation, right? But I usually keep a running list of things I want to do when I have time off. That way, when I'm off, I'm not trying to remember, like, what did I say I wanted to do? I remember because it's on my list. Is anyone else having spring break in their city? Because I love when our spring break starts before Easter and then it's after Easter also. So I love it when we're out for Good Friday and then also Easter Monday. To me, that's the best break because I can remember having, hey, Amy Michelle, how are you? I can remember having spring breaks before and we had to go back to work after Easter, and I don't like those at all. Amy Michelle, now that my events are over, I'll be able to go back and look through my folder again for you. So I'll be sending you that hopefully soon. And I have spring break coming up too, so I'll have even more time to look. We're making a flower tonight that's going to be more like a magnolia. So you'll have to stick around so you can see what this one's going to look like. We're working on the leaves first. I made just one yesterday. I tried to give myself some downtime yesterday after the busy weekend with the 2-day spring festival. So I didn't get to prep as much as I wanted. But I did get all my mesh cut, so I thought that was great. The weather is so nice today. I think we had like 70s, something like that. I know it's 79 degrees now. So it was a beautiful day. So what are y'all working on right now? Are y'all watching from your device, like a phone, tablet, or are you watching from your TV? Let me know that. I'm always curious how you all are watching this. I just keep putting that loose glue in the trash, y'all. That's coming off once I just kind of squeeze everything together. Just like so. All right, we're halfway there. Let's do the other 4. Did any of you see the video that I shared on my page where I surprised my dad? Oh, Sister Julius is watching from her phone. Got it. Yeah, that's super convenient, right? Because then you can move around and still do things. Sometimes when I'm watching on the TV, it's like I get stuck there and I can't keep moving or doing. But I do enjoy watching some lives from my TV. Yep, he was very surprised and happy. At one point, he was going to cry, but he didn't. Should grab my finger protectors because then the glue would go on them and not my hands, y'all. I'm just squeezing it right into the trash can there. Oh, good. Mom made it home. Yay. That seems fast too, Mom. Did you find everything you were looking for? All right. So I'm just separating these. Yes, this is my favorite leaf to make. We're making the vein leaf petal. Yes, this is my favorite. And this customer, she wanted all blue. So at first I thought I would be doing green for the leaves. Okay, good, Mom. But she said, nope, I want it all blue. I said, okay, we can do it. So I can't wait to see how this one looks. And I'll make sure I take a picture so you all can see it. And blue is perfect for patriotic too. I've made lots of flower wreaths for patriotic season. So do y'all have anything hanging on your door right now? And where might you hang something like this? Would you hang it on a door, on a wall? What do you think? I'm going to go ahead and dig out those finger protectors. I think they should be right here. Yep, here they are. That way I don't have to keep touching it, even though I was finished. Right, let me see if I can glide them on. And that way I can just kind of squeeze like this. And then any glue will go on them and not my fingers. There we go. And then I can pull it off with the finger protectors. All right, y'all, we're down to 2. Then we'll put them together in the board. Can't feel my fingers as I do this though, so I'm trying to make sure I'm folding it right. That's the one thing about these. You have to just make sure you know what you're doing. I'm just using the finger protectors to squeeze it now, which is actually helping because I'm actually able to press a little harder than what I was pressing before. So I don't think we have any more vendor events on the calendar right now. We're going to take the next couple of weekends to recuperate and just relax with it being spring break, and then we'll see what else is out there. I need to respond to a couple of vendors who have reached out to me. So yeah, I will keep you all posted as to what the next event is. That time the glue still got on my fingers. Weird. It was like on the paint. I'm just going to pull these off because try not to push them on too hard, and it didn't go in the way I wanted to just then. All right, last one. Okay. So who's excited to see how these leaves are going to turn out? If you haven't seen them before, they are gorgeous. I love this style. Even though we made the other style and we did our sunflower wreath recently, this is probably my favorite style to make. Hey, Michelle, do you like making this sleeve? Move my board over. All right. So you can make all the leaves, get them added, or you can make and add as you go. I typically like to make them all and then get them added. All right. So let's go ahead and start making them. And see, now it's going to have that nice little vein that we want. So it has a realistic look to it. Look at that. Let's trim this down so you can see what it's going to look like. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. So look at there. Doesn't that look so realistic, like a real leaf? Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, let's do, actually, I'm going to save this one because it's still setting up, even though it's ready, but we'll make that one last. There's so many possibilities. Like I've always done this one in green, but look at how, I mean, it's turning out in blue. So really, when you are ordering your wreaths, I'm going to put a little bit more glue right here. You could order them in any custom color for your petals, which we're going to make next, and the leaves. So you do have options. Okay. All right, so let's move these over here. And I'll zoom you in this time so you all can see. There's some things out of your way there. All right. So literally I'm just gathering everything in my hands, just like so. And look at that. I mean, it makes a beautiful petal. So hopefully by now you have started thinking about decorating your door for spring. And you can have, you know, a wreath with spring colors. You could have your favorite color on your door. Some of my customers like to go for everyday themes, like something where it will last longer than just springtime. So you do have options. What do y'all think? That sound pretty good? I've been slowly putting away winter because whenever I had the Spring Festival event, that kind of took over everything. So decorating was on the back burner. And I did at least clear my table. And I was going to put out spring, but then I started using it to get organized for the Spring Festival. So right now it's bare. I've got to put the spring setting, like table settings out. But it's coming. That's on my list too. All right, I'm gonna turn my air on too, y'all, my fan. Because these lights and everything's starting to get warm in here. Does that help seeing it close up too? Like I have a bit of glue right here. All right, we have one more to make. Okay. Then we're going to start building our flower. All right. So all of our leaves are made. I grabbed the one that I made last night. So there's our leaves. Okay. So now I think our board should be all set. So let's go ahead and add the exterior so that we put our leaves first. And then we're going to come back and start putting our petals on. Okay, so let me wire this up real quick. Do any of you decorate your porch? Like, do you have a porch where you have like seating and you can actually sit down on the porch? Because I was thinking you could add like a complimentary daisy wallflower. Like if this is the wreath on your door, then you could add a navy blue wallflower on the like brick enclosure of your porch. Or even if your porch is not enclosed, you could put one on your porch, y'all, like on the brick or your siding. Wouldn't that be neat to do that? All right. So that went pretty quick. So let's zip those up. And then we're going to get them added in. So yeah, let me know about your door and your porch. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and start adding these in. And this is going to go pretty quick. Then we'll start making our petals. Those beautiful magnolias. And see, this is why I like making all the leaves first, because then literally I'm just going around adding them in and it goes much faster than having to continue to stop what I'm doing. Almost like at Christmas when I was telling you all I prefer to go ahead and get like all the ribbon cut when I was making those cabinet bows. I like to go ahead and get all the ribbon cut first, and then I'm done with that step, right? And then I start making all of the petals, or not petals, I'm thinking about the flower, making all of the bows, adding all of the hangers to the bows, so forth and so on. All right, y'all, that fast, I've added in all the leaves. All right, so let's trim these down, and then I'll hold it up and show you what it looks like. All right, y'all, take a look. How did we do? Let's hold it by the hanger. How did we do? Look at there. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at that. What do you think? All right, so now let's go ahead and make some. I have all my mesh here. So we're just going to start making these. And I love how these turn out because instead of making it like we do for the sunflower, we're going to change it up just a little. So y'all keep on chatting and let's see how quickly we can get these made up. We'll see if I need to add a dab of glue like I have done in the past. Thanks, Mom. I think I'm going to wait and trim these all at the end. So I'm going to put those to the side and then we'll come back and trim them. How's that sound? Because I like to do the same thing with my hands. I don't want to stop, pick up the cutters. So we're going to go ahead and make them first. Hello, brother. How are you? Mom and I were just saying it doesn't feel like Tuesday if you don't come on. So that's a compliment. Getting ready for break. Isaiah, ready? I know I'm ready. Got a lot of work though I want to try to get done this week at work, at school. But yeah, I'm ready. So far, it doesn't look like I'm going to need the glue. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you. Still kind of, I don't want to say recuperating, but you know the feeling after you had a long weekend. So yeah, I'm going to say still basking in the long, wonderful weekend. How about that? Frame it like that. But yeah, yesterday I finished a customer's order that came in from Arts and Crafts Festival. Got it boxed up. So that was nice. Yep, I know you know that feeling. These are going surprisingly fast, y'all. I didn't time myself. But yeah, we had a wonderful weekend, though. Already looking forward to next year. And next year's going to be the 50th. So I can only imagine all the things that they have in store for next year's festival. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, and you all stay tuned. And we'll be sharing more as we learn. And if you're not already following us, if you go to faithlinks.com, I keep our calendar there so you can always know where we're going to be. This is very similar to how we make our sunflower. And by the way, I sold, I think out of all the flower or all the wreaths I sold a lot of sunflowers. So y'all really love my sunflowers. Thank you. All right, let's do one more. And then we'll see what we have. So who loves blue? Is anyone's favorite color blue? What is your favorite color? Go ahead and drop that in the comments so I can see if I've made that color for this design yet. So what is your favorite color? I'm just going to go around and trim these all off. Yes. All right, so let's start adding these. So this is what they're going to look like. Beautiful, right? Absolutely love them. Kind of feel like I could flip it, but I think I'm going to do it this way. Oh, it's not blue. What did it used to be when you were younger? All right, so let's go ahead and add some of these in. We're going to go all the way around, and we're just going to fill in those little gaps here. I'm going around the next row. And I'm just shaping these so they have more of that curved look. Oh, well, hello, Pastor Mamie. Go. I didn't know you were here. I'm making your wreath. Look. I won't hold it up too high yet. I'll show it to you in a minute. Thank you for tuning in. I was wondering if you might join our live. Hello, hello. After I saw you Saturday and I was planning everything today, I said, oh, I can work on her wreath. So I'm so happy to have you here. You get to see it firsthand. Look at there. Your gorgeous petals. We've been making everything. I made your blue leaves, and I was just chatting, telling everyone that this is a first time that I get to make all the same colors. I'm having so much fun. All right, I see purple and red. Sister Julia says, thank you, Dawn. Dawn is here. Hello. Thank you for watching. So, yep, we're just adding in our leaves, and this is giving it a nice shape now. Going around, shaping it up the way I want it to look. And then we're going to make a few more of these. Then I'm going to change it up a bit for the inside. All right, so see how I'm shaping it? Now it's starting to get that 3-dimension look that we have talked about before. So this one's not going to have a 2D look. It's going to have a 3-dimensional look, just like that. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh, you're happy. Yay. I'm happy to have you here, Dawn. Thanks. All right, and then let's add in the last one. So yeah, so you never know whose order I might be working on when you pop in on a live. Sometimes I'm working on just things to add to my shop, but oftentimes we're working on orders. Okay, so let me trim these off and then I'll hold it up again. And it's getting quite nice and full. Oh, I see. Okay. That makes sense. Grandma and grandson. Got it. All right, let me trim the last one. And then now let me hold it up one more time. Find the hanger on the back. There we go. Hold on. All right, take a look at what we have now. Isn't that amazing? I can't wait either, y'all. This one's going to Fayetteville, North Carolina. Isn't that going to be beautiful? All right, so let's make a couple more of those, and then we're going to switch up the petal, totally different petal. Okay, so let's do that again. I'm going to make a few more of those. Yes, you'll have to send me a picture, Pastor, once you get it hung on your door. And that's what's amazing to me, how I can take these materials and turn it into something beautiful, right? Everything Starts from nothing and it becomes something, like faith, right? Substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So that wreath was a thought, and then it's now becoming reality. Oh, thank you all for your beautiful comments. I appreciate that. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you get us a subscribe because we're working on our 2,000 followers. We'll be checking our count tonight in just a few minutes to see where we are with our goal. So if you haven't done that, make sure you do so. We're making a beautiful magnolia flower wreath today for an awesome customer. It's a custom order. Okay, let's make one more. Oh, thank you. I love that. I think you had already subscribed. You told me that a few weeks ago. All right, this is our last one. All right, so let's get these added. Then you're going to see how I'm going to transform the wreath. Yeah, see, look at there. Isn't that beautiful? It shapes up so nicely. I don't know, is Amy Michelle still watching? Let's see if she's still here. I'm just going to show her something. All right, so now let's get these added in. So let's add some more ties first of all. And we're going to go all the way around, just like so. Oh, okay, Amy Michelle. Yay. So I'm getting ready to add these in next. And I do have the full tutorial for this one too. Amy Michelle is going to tell you if you're interested in this one, okay? You just let me know, or I go nice and slow. Thank you. I had to replace a couple of wreaths, y'all, because I took one down. I think I just replaced one wreath because I took one down for the show. Because when I tell you, I literally took a lot of things to the Spring Festival. So I was like, oh, I need a wreath. So I didn't want to go out to the trailer. So I just took one out of the closet. And slide that up. All right, so let's add these in. We're just adding on another little layer of dimension. Look at all the texture that you can see with this. I hope it's showing through for you on the camera. It's absolutely gorgeous. Y'all, it's not taking us long at all because I'm having to build the petals. I didn't have time to do them yesterday like I wanted to, but look at there. We're under an hour already. All right, so let me trim these down. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, so beautiful. But let me let you all determine that. How about that? All right, let's see. Here we go. How do we do? Look at there. Do you see how it added on another little layer? Isn't that gorgeous? Let's come this way. Thank you, brother. All right, so now for the last and final layer of petals, I'm going to hold it carefully in my hand. I'm going to hold it like this. Oh, well, congratulations. All right, so now I'm going to add a few more because we're going to change. Thank you, Pastor. We're going to change our petals up now for this last and final layer. And I may have to flip this back over and look to make sure these are going where I want them to go. So I'll do that in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and get the board ready, then we'll make them. So that way when we're finished making them, we can go ahead and get them added. See, I have a few more I'll grab right there. Just like so. All right, I'm going to add 2 more. And I'm just going to pull out some more of these too. There we go. All right. I'm just feeding through carefully here. Let me do this one last. I skipped ahead. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't put one here. All right, now we have one more. Let's get another white one. Glad I'm doing this part now. After we make them, y'all, I'm going to be ready to add them on here. All right, so now let's see where all of those landed. I'm going to pull them so I can find them. There we go. Just like so. Okay, I'm following the pattern here. There we go. I see it. It just looks like a bunch of zip tie heads in here. This one goes here. See, I think I have double right here, so I didn't need that one. All right, we'll pull this one out. And I'm going to count these when I finish because that was double. Okay, here we go. I see it. I was like, where is it? It was hiding. All right, here we go. And here is the last one, I think. Hey, Donzel, you made it. All right, so let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's it. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to make our last and final petal. This one's going to be a little different, y'all. It's just going to be, oh, so beautiful. Oh, yes, definitely, for sure. I know you will. That's what I appreciate about you, Dunzo. You always go back and rewatch. So, y'all, I'm changing the shape of this one a little. And it's going to give it so much texture and character. And this might be one of my favorite petals to make. All right, make sure it looks the way I want. And yes, it does. So look at there. So we're going a little bit smaller this time. Just like so. And like I said, y'all have videos on YouTube where I teach how to make these petals. And if you want the absolute full tutorial, slow, step by step, you can comment the word create and I'll send you details on that video. I'm going to go ahead and trim this one off so I can look at it. Uh-oh, that flew over here. I don't want it to fly all the way over there. So see how it's looking like that? What do y'all think? Isn't that gorgeous? Just like that. We'll trim that down just a second. I think I have enough cut. Let's see. Yep, I do. Cut the exact amount because I don't like having leftovers because then I have to store them until I'm going to use it on a wreath or whatever the project is. Is anyone cooking for dinner? What are y'all having for dinner tonight? While I make these last few petals. We're still doing good on time, y'all. Look at there. Like we literally painted. We did all the things before we started. Okay, what are you making, brother? I think I'm gonna have some leftover chicken and maybe a salad. We had some soup last week. I kind of need to finish that off too. It's like some tomato soup. It's so yummy. So I might eat some of that. Haven't decided yet. But we're having leftovers. If you've been here since the whole, been here the whole time, leave me a dancing emoji. Who's been here the whole time tonight? I want to see who's still here from the beginning. And if you're still here at all, but maybe not from the beginning, give me a heart. I know you're still here. I want to see who's still on the live. That's fantastic. Oh, that sounds good. Sounds healthy and simple, right? Keep it simple. All right, y'all, we're almost there. And then after this, we're going to add our beautiful flower center. Yep, tasty too. I've been watching American Idol. Has anyone tuned into that this year? It's been really good so far. Actually, I'm a late comer this year, but what I watched last night was really good. So I'll probably watch that tonight. Hopefully I'll remember, because last night it was after 8 before I remembered to turn on the TV and watch it. But they did Songs of Faith last night, so it was very encouraging, inspirational, uplifting, all the things. So we'll have to see. I think it'll be top 13 tonight. All right, Sister Julia's been here. Thank you. All right, last one. Then you're going to be amazed at how it turns out. I can't wait for y'all to see it on the wreath. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah, I usually don't either. A lot of times I'll just put my TV on Lifetime and I'm just watching whatever's on. So yeah, this will be new for me. I haven't watched American Idol in a long, long time. All right, y'all, I have all the petals made. So let's go ahead and trim them all. The zip ties off. And then I'm going to trim the actual petals down too because we don't need all that mesh. I think this is my first time using my black zip ties, y'all. I kind of love it on the blue. You won't see it at all though when the wreath is finished. All right, so let's trim them down. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's definitely different now. All the judges are like positive, not to say that the others weren't, but you usually don't hear any negative things. Okay. Which is not bad, you know? It's definitely not the way it used to be, like when Simon was on there. All right. So now let's bring our wreath back. Are y'all ready for this? All right, let's get rid of our track. Okay. So now we're going to add in our smaller petals here. And this is going to start just tying in that center that we're going to add next. It's going to make it all come together. Just like so. And I'm securing everything in so it's not going anywhere. There we go. I want to make sure I had that exactly where I wanted it. I always say it starts to get tight right here, which is good because that lets me know I'm almost finished. I love how you can make it do what you want it to do. Just like so. Okay, we're almost down to the last few. And then I'll hold it up again. Two more. Yep, there we go. And last one. Y'all, this wreath looks so gorgeous. But you get to tell me. Pastor Gould gets to tell me too. All right, before I hold it up, let me trim those down. And I'm going to show you what we have now. Thank you, brother. All right, y'all ready? Dun, 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 dun. Find the hanger. Here we go. Look at there. Look at what that smaller petal does in the center for this design. Isn't that amazing? Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh wow, I'm loving it. What do y'all think though? All right, so now the only thing we have left is to add our beautiful flower in the center. So let's see how we're going to add it first. Thank you. Let me get the flower. So this is the flower we're going to put in the middle. Look. Isn't that gorgeous? And I ordered this one specifically for the center. We're not going to need these leaves. I'm going to take the leaves off because she didn't want any green. Let me take all this off here. Get my cutters. Thank you. Oh, thank you. This is my new shirt I made for the festival. You love it? Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, so I'm going to save all that for later. We'll use it on something else. So right now, let's see. It has just a few of the green, and it technically is not showing, but I am going to cut it off. Let me make sure. Pastor Gore, did you want me to leave the little green here? You want me to take that off? So I'm getting ready to take that off if that's what you'd like. And I think I'm going to use wire for this next step. So let me grab some wire. So I want something nice and sturdy. Let's see what okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm going to take those off. They're beautiful, but they're not going to do what I need them to do for your design. So I could try to save them, but I'm just going to cut them into little pieces that I can still use them on another project. That's the thing, y'all. I don't throw anything away. Oh, you are welcome. Because you just never know. Little pieces here and there will fit other projects that you might have. And then it might be, oh, I wish I had some green leaves. Guess what? I'll put these in a bag and I'll have them for when I have another project. They're coming off quite nicely here. All right, so we have all of the leaves off. Let's put those there for now. And then now all we have left to do is just attach this. I'm just going to use this little base right here, which I'm kind of glad it's already here like this. And let me get all here. Try something a little different this time. There we go. So I'm changing what I was originally going to do. There we go. I'll focus for a minute, but y'all keep on talking, okay? I'll look up again in a minute. I was like, let me focus. All right, I think I'm back. So I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden a message said internet connection lost. Yes, it's back up. Thank you. So of course I went and asked my husband. I was like, "Are you having internet issues too?" And so before I could finish asking him, he said, "Yes, it blinked. It just went out." So I know he was ready to troubleshoot for me, but thankfully he didn't have to. So y'all, I don't know what that was. Thank y'all for coming back. I'm still here. I was here. I don't know what happened though. All right, so while I was waiting for it to come back up, I got my wire all set for my flower that we're going to add to the center. You had to refresh. Okay. Yeah, it was weird. I think it was my internet. I don't know what happened though. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and feed this in, just like so on both sides. Thank y'all for coming back. I know, right? Welcome back. All right, now I'm going to feed this in, making sure it's still fluffed the way I want it to be, and I can check it again in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and start getting it in place. Just like so. This is so pretty, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right, I think I have it now. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull and tighten it exactly where I want it. And I don't want to smush it, even though I can fluff it back out. So I'm just going to give it a couple of twists in the air. Just like so. Oh, yay. All right, I'm going to twist it again. Just trying to make sure I have it on really good. Just like so. Okay. I'm going to hold it up in just a second. I want to surprise you. All right, then let me trim the rest of this off. We don't need all that. I'm going to feed it right back through so you don't even know this is on the back here. Normally I would put this face down, but because I'm trying to keep it a surprise, there we go. All right, are y'all ready to see it? All right, 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Y'all, look at this gorgeous wreath. Let me stand up so you can see it. Wow, look at there. Isn't it gorgeous? So this is our finished wreath. And just to give you an idea of the measurement, let me go ahead and measure it so you know how big it is. This is gorgeous. I know, right? Thanks, Mama. Thanks, brother. Thank you, Pastor Gould. All right, y'all, it is 23 inches wide. So this is a very nice full wreath, and it gives fullness on your door. You can also hang this style on a wall, and it would be absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let me hang it up again. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this blue is pretty, isn't it? It's a royal blue or navy blue. I said that wrong. It's a navy blue. Look at there, because that was what she ordered. And I love how that center just blends in so well. It's making it pop and all the things. So Pastor Gould, I'll get your wreath finished up, and then I will see when we're headed to Sherrall. And if you come this way before I head to Sherrall, you let me know, but I'll be messaging you, and you'll get an email as well, okay? So yay. So this one is going to have a home in Fayetteville, North Carolina, y'all. I'm so excited. All right. Donzell is reminding me about the subscriber count. Thank you, Donzell. Okay. All right. So I tell you what, I'll message you and we can try to coordinate. Okay. That is perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to check our subscriber count. And I'm going to add the link one more time in case anyone is interested in ordering their own beautiful magnolia wreath the way Pastor Gould did. You can choose your own colors, or if you want to choose from the colors that you see on the website, you absolutely can. And this is something that I think would look beautiful on your door for this time of the year, for every day, whatever the occasion may be. Okay, sounds good. Thank you for letting me know that. All right, so let's go pull up our subscriber count. And I have to pull that up from my phone, y'all, because I can't see it from the computer anymore. All right, so we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And we check our count every Tuesday diligently, don't we? We're faithful with checking our count. So if you want to take a moment and drop your guesses in the comments, I'll give you just a few moments before we reveal how many we have. Let me refresh, make sure our number looks correct. Yes, there it is. All righty. So while the guesses are pouring in, let's go ahead and do a drum roll. All right, if you're ready, let's do a drum roll, please. All right. So our subscriber count as of March 31st, wow, the last day of 2026 is 1,140 subscribers. Can we clap and celebrate our new subscribers? Oh, beautiful. Y'all, thank you so much. We are working towards that 2,100 subscribers at a time, and we're almost to 1,200, and I can't wait to see who else is going to become a part of our faith family. So if you haven't yet done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I believe my Facebook people, you can instantly get that link right now if you comment the exclamation point followed by YouTube, and that will send you the direct link where you can subscribe. And then, of course, if you're on YouTube, you can just come out of this live chat, click on subscribe, and you will become a member of our family on YouTube. So happy to have each and every one of you. All right, do y'all have any questions while I clean up real fast so we can see our beautiful wreath one more time? What questions do y'all have before we head out for today? This was so fun, and I'm so glad Pastor Gull is here. Isn't that amazing when you get to see something that you ordered be created from start to finish? And I'm so thankful for each and every one of you who support my business. And I'm thankful that you all are here each week when we go live creating beautiful things. And you usually get to see all my sneak peeks first before I place things on the website. So thank you for being here. All right, we'll wait just a moment to see if anyone has any questions. Thank you. Thank you all so much for the congratulations. All right. I don't see any questions. So if you think of anything after the live is over, you can always come back to the comments area. Feel free. You can leave your questions. I will respond once I see them. And I think that is it for today. So let's look at our gorgeous wreath one more time. Isn't she a beauty, y'all? Look at there. Such a beauty. And we made this today. So this one was created on the very last day of March, my last creation for the month. Absolutely love it. And I'll make sure I post pictures of it so y'all can see it on my page tonight. And yeah, this one is headed to Fayetteville. All right, everyone. So make sure, like I always say, you go out and look for something good, because when you do, you know you found God. And remember, God's got me, God's got you, and we've got this. Have an amazing rest of your week. If you're in my business group, I will see you back Thursday. Creative Circle, since Sunday is Easter, Resurrection Sunday, we will have a recorded video, so I'll get that uploaded for you all to enjoy at your own leisure. And then we should be back Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So I'll see you all back on my page then. I love y'all so much. Have a great rest of your night. And I'll be on spring break, y'all. So I'm so excited. We'll get to celebrate that. Be thinking about what I can do. I'll probably ask you, what can I do to enjoy my spring break? So give me some ideas, okay? I'll make a post. All right. See you all later. Bye.